take care of this. You have returned. I've reversed the repairs you have asked. Yes, all is in order. I am grateful. Again, the wind begins to blow around you. This time, with fierce intensity, the omnipresent sounds of the alley begin to increase in volume until the soft murmur of the voice is nearly drowned out by the ensuing racket. Now you must go now. The vision begins. The way is now open to you. Farewell, then.
Updated my journal.
The stone face before you begins to transform once again, its mass shifting and roiling. As you look on, the entire wall seems to melt before your eyes, exposing a narrow passageway beyond. The ground underfoot suddenly begins to rock violently, and the soft sighing of the wind intensifies to a more urgent, almost human-like moaning. You can hear the sounds of crashing stones and snapping boards all around you as you dash into the passageway.
Updated my journal.
Ooh. Looks like we're leaving the hive and going into the lower ward. That's being built in front of me, it seems. Oh, that's cool.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
You there, sir? You look like you might be interested in some fine clothes. Where are you going? Uh-oh. What's up with this? Hey! Hey! Bring back my skull!
Done.
Oh, gods.
Why not?
Oh, gods.
All right.
What you be wanting now, right?
Well, some of this stuff we're not going to need. Not the limb. Keep that on us. These notes I don't really need anymore. Yeah, that's fine. I can leave that other stuff.
Done.
It took my skull, man! Mort! Morte! +1 edge weapons. Nice.
Done.
Well, now I gotta go find where those damn rare rats took our skull. Thorpe, Gort, and Zerb. Hey, Lenny, did you happen to see some were-rats come through here? This wreck building looks a little out of place here. Does it now? Wrecked house. It's a wrecked house. Whatever purpose these barrels once served, they are now just flotsam strewn around the room. Thank the powers you're here, Chief. Get me out of here! What are you doing up there? Those were-rat vermin nicked me and brought me here. Come on, boss. We gotta get out of here. This place is bad news. Why don't you just float down? I can't. I tried. Come on, get me down before... A flash of light and smoke blinds you for a moment, and a withered old man stands before you. Have we visitors, Skull? Oh no, Morte whispers furiously to you. Do not offend this blood boss. He'll deadbook you faster than you could spit. The old man ignores Morte. Greetings, traveler. Who might you be to enter Lothar's humble salon without invitation? My pardon, sir, but you seem to have something that belongs to me. Ah, yes, what might that be? My friend Morte wound up on your shelf. You want the chattering skull with half the grace and manners of any ordinary creature? Give me a greater skull in return if you wish it back. Lothar replies, I do not need to bargain for something that is already mine. He was never yours or anyone's to begin with. Your ignorance is astonishing. You truly know very little about very little. Now, fetch me another skull to replace him or say farewell to your friend. Fine then. How do I get another skull that's worth what he's worth? Move aside the divan in the center of the room and pass through the portal on the eastern wall in the chambers below to the catacombs. The portal will remain active for your return. In the catacombs, many skulls. One of great value lies within the interred crypts of the Dustmen, beyond the drowned nations. Bring that skull to me as my were-rat minions have failed to do so. And I will see to it that your friend is returned to you. Perhaps I shall even answer some questions for you. And what assurance do I have that you'll keep your word?
Updated my journal.
You have my word. That will be enough for you. Unless, of course, you would rather not see your friend again. Okay. It's good enough for me, boss. And I'm the one stuck here. Let it go, all right? Just go get the skull and come back for me. All right, Lothar. I'll be back for him. Farewell. All right, so... All right, we're not going to go in there yet. We'll be back, Morte. I want to first sell the stuff that I have on me. If I could find a merchant of some sort. Ah, marketplace. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
All right.
This is exactly what I'm looking for. Let's go ahead and save here. You see an older man with long white hair and weathered yellow skin. He stands tall. Let's see. Spells, huh? Interested in what you have for sale. Ah, okay. He sells charms and whatnot. A Magus Shield, a Magus Guard. Damn. Damn. Damn! Oh, I can't identify that one. He does have blood charms I can buy, though. Alright, let's see here. So he won't buy any bracelets or anything like that. So there must be someone else who will buy all that stuff. It looks like he buys charms more than anything else. Yep. What about this guy? What do you sell? Do. Ah, weapons, huh? Okay. Magic punch daggers. Oh, I need to get those for her. An enchanted battle axe. Okay, let's sell some stuff. Sell those. Sell those. We have no weapons on him. We have no weapons on him. Okay. Thinking about picking up those magic punch daggers. I don't know if we'll be able to get better ones down the line, though. maybe we'll wait on that for now. Alright, let's see who else is in this place, because maybe I could sell my other stuff. Return to Cinder! Interested in spells. Oh, okay, he sells spells. Alright. Magic Missile. I want to buy a Magic Missile. Oh, Blur would be a nice one. Yep. Okay, that'd be good. Shopper, shopper, shopper. Alright. Shoppers, shoppers, shoppers. Shoppers. Who's this guy? Laszlo. Alright, now. Come on over here. I'll sell you anything. Except the one person I can't find to sell what I'm looking for. Alright, so he sells spells. He doesn't sell anything. Alright, I need to find someone who sells jewelry. What about over here? Anybody here? Market worker. Oh, there's a market worker. Maybe this guy will do what I need. No, just shoppers. That leads out, I believe. Yeah, he sells weapons. He sells charms.
I'm gone.
My lungs feel like a chimney.
Slave seller. What place is this? Oh! Oh no! Hey Safer, how you doing? Oh no! That's alright. Luckily the autosave was just when we left there, so. It's so fast to get back in. For some reason merchants definitely mess with this game. There must have been a bug or something when they did the port over with the merchants. What's she dying of? She abandoned and evicted from her home and left for dead. And? Know that she will not recover. I can put her out of her misery. That is all. As a Zareth of the people, it is my responsibility to provide an alternative. And be merciful. Dakin draws his blade and waits for the woman to prepare herself. She touches the unbroken circle of Zerthamon he wears for a moment, and her face is stoic. His blade is a blur, and then he has completed the stroke. She lies bleeding on the hard stone of Sigil Streets.
Updated my journal. All right.
Oh God! Just heard that person in the background. Give me that little girl!
Right.
Oh God! Somebody find that man and execute him. Yeah, I don't want to talk to the demon. Thank you. I'll caution you against speaking to Githyanki. What's a
Updated my
Githyanki?
journal.
Githyanki and Gisari were once a common stock. We were slaves and food for the Illithids. Ah, yes. The good old Illithids. Siege Tower. What's this? The print shop. The warehouse. The marketplace. The wrecked house. The coffin maker. The upper ward. The coffin maker.
Get your slave over here!
Well, he sounds interesting now, doesn't he? The coffin maker. Unless it's a bar. Which is definitely possible. It could be a bar.
All right.
Oh, Godsman! Haven't seen these guys in a long time. Believers of the Source. Godsman. Why? We are one of the 15 recognized factions of Sigil, sir. We believe that every being has within it a spark of divinity, neither good nor evil. Necessarily but potential to be divine. Beyond divinity, we believe there lies something greater. We believe all life has a purpose and a goal, and we are devoted to understanding what these goals are. We strive towards greatness with every step in our lives. That's important. In front of the great foundry, home to the believers of the Source. Ooh. Let's see. Moneylender. I'm a merchant. A merchant of death, maybe. Yes, you know me all too well. I am a merchant of death. I am a merchant of death. Death itself. Ah, here we go. +1 to armor class. Okay. Alright. I'm in. Hammer quality. What else we got? Pry bars, cheese. Cheese? Cheese, you say? Oh, good. Okay, so this is the guy we sell our all our these to. All our rings and gold rings and such and things like that. Good. I was hoping we would find something. Perfect. Okay, let's make sure we save. Because of that. Man, every time, it's just when you go to merchants, it's like so weird. The rest of the game runs perfect. Fighting, going around, doing things, no problem whatsoever. But man, merchants... It don't like merchants. Yeah, where's the coffin maker? Oh, in here. Oh, it's literally a coffin maker. Okay. You see a tall, slender man with glassy-eyed expression. He seems engrossed in some tale that the shopkeeper is relating. Occasionally nods his head, but makes no comments of his own. Greetings. The man turns slightly at your greeting, just enough to acknowledge your presence. You notice that he is a little pale of complexion and rather gaunt-looking. He is giving you a blank stare. The shopkeeper does not seem to notice any of this, and continues with his stream of useless prattle. I have some questions. The man slowly turns his attention back to the shopkeeper and nods at some point. Never mind. Okay, that's the shopkeeper. Greetings. Henry's at your service, member of the Harmonian and the fashioner of fine coffins for the recently departed. I think I know you, do I not? Let me see if I can place it. He pauses for a moment. Sharp at names I was in the Harmonian. Let me tell you, knew everyone on the entire ward. My name is Adon. Snaps. Of course, Adon! I knew I recognized you. Anyway, you require my services. Considering how much you spend at a time at a merchant in any RPG. Yeah, I know. It seems to me, sir, that you have a desperate need of a coffin, and soon. He seems pleased with his wit. I have some questions. Can you tell me about this ward? Yes, the lower ward. He leans forward as if explaining something to a small child. You know, it's little known to most newcomers and even people in the ward. Most people think that this ward gets its name simply because it's not as prestigious as some of the other wards. But that's not it at all. Not at all. Do you know where the name comes from? From all the lower plane portals? He nods, though he seems a little disappointed that you know. Yes, indeed. These portals to the lower planes are exactly the reason for the smog in the skies here. He glances upwards as if imagining a sky above your head. But I'm sure you are already aware of the conditions that plague this ward. Yes, I have some other questions. Well, I guess that's it. Alrighty.
All right.
I guess that's all.
Done.
Lenny! You see a pharaoh-looking man in shoddy clothes. His eyes dart about his scant surroundings. He notices your approach and begins eyeing you warily. Greetings. He looks you up and down, then glances about. Returning his attention to you, he gives you a wicked grin. You best have a good reason for disturbing Lenny, Burke. I have some questions. He laughs at you. I ain't no tout. If you got questions, go find one. His smile broadens. You best push off before I have to bleed you. Alright. Never mind. You don't need to be threatened with being bled. I'm good, thank you. You see a pretty young woman in fine clothes. Her skin lacks the usual yellow tint of the inhabitants of this ward. She appears to be watching 3 nearby creatures with interest. Greetings. She turns to face you, annoyed, looks... Yes, what do you want? I have some questions. Fine. What are you doing? There's going to be a fight, and I want to see it. She smiles wickedly. It should be interesting. A fight? Yes, see the 3 Thokola over there? She points to the 3 hulking creatures with rippling muscles. They're going to try to kill an Abishai. The stupid oafs. I've heard of something called an Abishai. What exactly is it? It's a lower plains creature. A Bayatsu, I think. She frowns in thought. In any case, Abishai have nasty dispositions, sharp claws, and can cast spells. Very formidable. Thokola look like they can take care of themselves. Normally, I would say yes. Thokola are very powerful warriors. She smiles slyly and leans in to whisper. However, I know something they don't. What might that be? Abishai can only be hurt by magic. The Thokola will be slaughtered, I have no doubt of it. She straightens up and watches the Thokola eagerly. How do you know they can only be hurt by magic? She gives you an annoyed look. My husband is very high up in the Harmonium. The Harmonium guards are trained to deal with creatures such as Abishai. That's how I know. My husband told me. So why don't you warn them? Why should I do that? She smiles evilly. I'm the one who suggested the fight. Wait, why? My husband tries to better his social standing with his underlings by drinking with them in the local taverns. Last evening he forced me to just such an occasion. Those 3 oafs were there, boasting of their prowess as warriors. It was obviously they were in a drunken stupor. When they decided to leave, one of them tripped and fell into the table I was sitting at. Go on. She frowns angrily. Most of the drinks at the table spilled into my lap and ruined my very expensive evening gown. So while the Cretan was trying to apologize, I whispered him that I only accepted the apology of a warrior of stature. If he were truly such a warrior, he'd be able to defeat an Abishai in hand-to-hand combat. You're going to get them killed because they ruined your dress?
Updated my journal.
You obviously do not understand the intricacies behind the situation. She looks at you like you were an idiot child. I was embarrassed and humiliated in front of my husband and his underlings. I must be going now. I'm going to tell these guys don't fight the thing. Greetings. He turns to greeting. What you want, observe? I have some questions. He gives you an apologetic look and shakes his head. Zerb not speak language well. Sorry, you talk Thorpe. Alright, thank you. Alright, who's Thorpe? Not Gorp. Thort. The creature is huge, standing over 9 feet tall. Rippling muscles support its massive frames. You approach, he leers at you and laughs. Greetings. He looks down at you and gives you a friendly smile. What you want, Smalley? I have some questions. You got question? Maybe Thorpe got answer. He smiles at you. I've talked to Xanthia. She said you're going to fight an Abishai? He smiles and nods at you enthusiastically. That's right, Thorpe and friends Barsh. I've learned that Abishai can only be hurt by magic weapons.
Updated my journal.
He gives you a worried look. Need magic, how you know? I've asked around, Thorpe. That's what people tell me. Oh, I'll tell the truth. I talked to Xanthia. She told me. He seems confused at first, then a look of realization appears. Xanthia played Thorpe for a coney. She lie. Tried to get Thorpe and friends dead. I'm afraid through, Thorpe. He nods. Xanthia not deserve apology. Thorpe free from debt to her. Yes, you are free from her debt. Thorpe, thank you. You saved life. You saved life of friends. He turns to other Thokala and speaks to them hurriedly. After a moment, all 3 bow to you and each hands you a pouch of coins. Thank you. You good friend, you deserve. I must be going. Farewell. 600 coins? Take that, dress destroyer, whatever you want to call yourself. Hee hee!
I save Thorpe and I become rich. Ha ha ha! Love it.
Where's the bar around here? I'm gonna say it's probably not this guy. What's that thing? Just a floating head. No problem. I already have a floating skull around here, so...
I'm gone.
I think this way would lead out into the next part of the ward. Let's see if we can find ourselves like a bar in the area. Clerk's Ward. Oh, we can go back to the Hive too if we want to. Oh, nice. Oh, we can go to any of these places now. Oh, fast travel for the win.
All right.
Messenger, I'm gonna have a word with you. Sure, but give me a second to save and restart the game. Yeah, one of those. Hold. This seems more edgier than other D&D titles. Yeah, Planescape was, like I said, Planescape's like one of those weird worlds where all the universes come together. Sir, might I have a word with you? The slender young man approaches wearing a somewhat worried expression. 1,000 pardons, sir, but I'm looking for a certain man, and I think you might be able to help me. Oh, how so? I'm a messenger, sir, who seeks a man it said cannot die. A scarred man, from whom death is nothing but the most trivial of annoyances. You matched that immediately vague description I was given, sir, and I've wondered if you were he. Yes, that's me. But just who wants to know? I am hire of a wealthy nobleman, Jomi Sierma, sir. It seems I'm the man you're looking for. He nods and bows deeply to you. A message for you, then, sir. Mistress Jolmi of the House of Sierma, a lady of high standing, has sent me. Mistress Jolmi would meet you in the Civic Fest Hall, where she would make a proposal of which I know nothing to you. Should you choose to seek her out, she wears green silks trimmed with gold, and her hair is the color of blue steel. That is the intent of my message, sir. Farewell. Where's the Civic Fest Hall?
Updated my journal.
In the northeastern corner of this part of the clerk's ward, sir. 'Tis a large structure, should be easy to spot. Farewell now, sir. Huh. Okay. Brothel of slating intellectual lusts. Hold a moment. The brothel of slating intellectual lusts. I have to see it for science.
In the thunder, see the fire, down Belmonte comes.
Before you was a stunning golden-haired woman dressed in an azure and violet dress with two long, elegant wings draped across her shoulders. She is surveying the room with a slight smile. Hi. Hey, Darth. She's easily the most beautiful woman you have ever seen. Okay. Greetings.
Well met, traveler. How may I help you?
Oh, she has a voice. She's definitely important. If any characters have voice in the game, you know they're important in some way or another. The woman turns as you address her. She takes your measure, then nods slightly. You notice her eyes are azure. The exact same color as her dress. Who are you?
Updated my journal.
I am called Fall from Grace. She studies you for a moment. You are new to Sigil, are you not? No, I suspect I've been here for quite some time, actually. Indeed? Yes, but that is a long tale, perhaps longer than I know. I'm more interested in what this place is. This is the brothel of slating intellectual lusts. She studies you for a moment. I take it by your question that you do not intend to partake at this establishment. Brothel of slating intellectual lusts? What kind of brothel is this? I established this brothel to give those lustful fervors that strike the mind more avenues of expression rather than the simply carnal. Much pleasure can be had in conversation and engaging in the verbal arts with others. I have to ask, why did you establish such a place? Fall from Grace raises an eyebrow. That is an odd question, she frowns. I don't think anyone has ever asked me that, at least directly. So why did you? Part of the answer to your question requires that you know that I am a member of the Society of Sensation. Our faction believes that one should experience as much as the multiverse as possible. And that is why you established this place. This brothel is intended to slate the lust of even the hardened intellectual. It is designed to stimulate the mind, to heighten one's awareness of themselves and others, to create new ways of experiencing another person. It is for those who seek something more than the shallow physical pleasures that fill the hive and lower wards. I see. So this establishment just encouraged intellectual fencing rather than, the other kind of fencing. The women here must be special indeed. The women here are inspiring sensates. They have come to me in search of instruction to prepare themselves to enter the faction. Also, many of them have a natural grasp of language that can shelter the crust of most hardened individual. Sensates? She bows slightly. Yes, I am a member of the Society of Sensation. Our faction believes that one should... And the girls here are trained to be sensates. Yes, I hope that by learning the art of language and its subtleties, that the patrons and students here may learn more about themselves. One is only as limited as their command of language. To be able to employ language to invoke emotions in others is a tremendous skill. I see. Can I ask some other questions? Those wings on your back, what are you? She's one of the fiends, one of the succubi she is. She'll take your measure and then she'll take your soul to the lower planes, so she will. Your composition is correct. I am a lesser Tenari, more specifically a succubus. She gives a soft sigh. I'm afraid we're a little too common in the lower planes and elsewhere for our own good. Most of my race spend their time seducing mortals with various pleasures of the flesh. And you?
Updated my journal.
I'd like to think that I have distanced myself from that. It is untimely a trivial and non-productive way for one to spend time here in the multiverse. There is much more to life, wouldn't you agree? Perhaps so. Can I ask you some more other questions? Alright, I guess we'll go with that. Just the friend zone broth. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I only want to sit down and talk with you brothel. I came here looking for help. Perhaps you can help me. What kind of help were you looking for? I seem to have lost my memories. In doing so, I've lost myself. Have you been stricken with amnesia? How terrible. Do you have any idea how it happened? Not really, at least not that I remember. I woke up on a slab in the mortuary and everything before that is black. You awoke in the mortuary? I think the dustman mistook me for being dead, or I was dead, or something. All I know is that I regenerate wounds quickly. I could be immortal. I don't even know that for sure. Falcongrace seems to be appraising you with renewed interest. Those scars on your body, she reaches out a hand as if to touch you. May I? Sure. Falcongrace drags her fingers across your chest lightly, tracing the edges of your scars and following the curves where they blend into some of your tattoos. She seems fascinated. These scars do look as if they have been taking several lifetimes to accumulate. They certainly do, though some are more recent. Some of those wounds would have been fatal to a normal man. She chaps her chin, thinking, what do you intend to do now? Well, I need to get my memories back and my life back. I intend to scour the plains and search inside myself until I can piece together who I am and what brought me to this state. Falcongrace is still thinking, her finger tapping on her chin. I must say, I've never met a man who had lost himself in the literal sense. Forgive me, but your condition is intriguing. Intriguing? Frightening is more like it. I don't like like not knowing who I am, what I may have done, who my enemies are, and who are my friends. I've offended you with my words. I give my apology. You will have, if you will have it. Never mind, there was no harm done. If it will help you, you are welcome to tour the brothel. Several of our students are well versed in the verbal arts. Perhaps some may even be able to rekindle your memories. I may do that. Can I ask some questions first?
Updated my journal.
Alright. Just outright, let's ask her if she wants to join it. Sure, why not? Would you like to join me on my travels? Anna stiffens, then starts muttering under her breath. Who's to say she'll be coming with us? We don't need the likes of her, so's we don't. She sounds a little jealous, I'm just saying. Travel with you? She seems to be ignoring Anna. That's rather forward of you. You're a sensate. Surely there must be a limit to how much you can learn here. I think you'd be surprised. If you want me to accompany you on your travels, I'd need a far more compelling reason than that. You mean you wouldn't be interested in traveling with an immortal amnesiac who is searching for the plains for himself? Oh, I would be extremely interested, she smiles slightly. Such a suggestion is intriguing, make no mistake about that. Then you would like to travel with me, then? If you wish me to, then there is something you must do for me. There are 10 students in this establishment. I would like you to speak to all of them, and then return to me with your thoughts. Then we shall see if we shall travel together or not. Alright, I will go speak to them. I'll return when I have spoken to them all.
Updated my journal.
Okay.